December 28th, 9:51 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Hey all, Zach here, and welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. In the last one, we actually were trying to discover some more things about what was going on with the DL6 incident, and yeah, we believe that Manfred von Karma might have something to do with this entire case, but we're going to find out more of that right here in the courtroom. This is it, Judgment Day. Dun 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 dun. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. What's the big idea?
Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from yesterday's run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick.
Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm just sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back.
Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge.
Right, good idea.
Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out.
Whoa, hey, pal!
Oh, you okay, Gummy?
What's gotten into that girl?
Detective Gumshoe.
Morning, Mr. Edgeworth.
Good morning. How did it go, Detective?
Have no fear. As promised, I've captured a runaway caretaker.
Oh, heck yeah. Good job, Gummy.
I just brought him in. Took all night, pal.
Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired.
Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good.
Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm gonna prove it. Alright, trial time, let's go! On December 28th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 3. This is it, the final trial. Let's go!
Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready.
Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask the prosecution submit decisive evidence.
Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. I think he's just amazed that he's actually following court proceedings.
Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement?
Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary.
Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom.
This is going off pretty smoothly so far. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity.
Witness, why did you run away yesterday?
The witness was not running away, as he will now testify.
I see. Very well. Please begin your testimony.
First of all, wake up, man. Come on, wet noodle man. Tell me about what's going on.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Back to sleep I go.
Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we?
He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm gonna prove it. Alright then, time for us to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. I'm really sorry I left yesterday. Hold it right there! I'd call what you did running away, and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger. No! Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. Yeah, he does. Guess he has this under control. In fact, they both do, Von Karma and Yanni Yogi.
but I wasn't running away or nothing.
Hold it right there. That was definitely running. Then why did you leave? Stop interrupting. I'm trying to talk to him.
He's just about to say why. Is it too hard for you to just quietly listen to someone else talk?
If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. Yeah, knowing how Von Karma wants to run the trial, 3 minutes does sound standard. Food?
Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmet. You see, she only eats the highest quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown.
But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shop?
Check. Well, I kind of got lost, you see.
Val is gonna say,
The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack.
yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's gonna believe that.
I see. So he was lost.
Please, Your Honor, come to your senses! Of course, the judge would be the one to fall for it and be like,
Yep, I see nothing here.
okay, I figured I got nothing to do with the incident anyhow. Okay. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Yep, seems like it.
Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory at all. You know exactly who you are.
The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof.
How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible.
I'm glad you come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue.
Let's see. I mean, I need one of the motive things, right? And I don't got one. Hold it. You definitely have a motive. You didn't like him. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right?
Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible.
I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case?
I believe so. Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies.
Oh, it's gotta be a lie? Oh, it's gotta be something, right?
Order! Order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is?
Of course, Your Honor.
Now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So who is he?
Don't play dumb, Von Karma.
Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness' name.
That'd be Yanni Yogi. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff.
Yogi? That name seems familiar.
Yanni Yogi from the D06 incident.
I'm guessing he was probably the judge at the time. Would make sense. It figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. I'm thinking the judge was the judge of that case at the time. That's my thought.
But what does this mean?
Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. No. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness is Yanni Yogi? Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory.
This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. Okay, pretty simple.
I see. That makes sense.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Uh-huh.
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright.
Why?
The witness has no fingerprints.
Oh, dude, don't call me that. What? What? No fingerprints? Wake up, man.
You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yep.
What? Yogi, you sneak! You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past?
Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity.
No.
Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no?
No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way.
There's no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one.
Nick, what are you going to do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his own fingerprints. What do I do?
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief,
Yeah, very funny. You're sore winner, Mr. Von Karma. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to... Your Honor? Here we go. The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Yes, he's gonna do it.
Take Mr. Von Karma up?
On my proposal?
Exactly, Your Honor. Here's the famous line. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. That is, to this day, one of the most famous lines in Ace Attorney history, and honestly makes Ace Attorney so memorable, the fact that he cross-examines a parrot. And to be fair, later on in the series, he cross-examines an orca, so yeah, this is kind of par for the course at this point. So this just shows the insanity with how Ace Attorney can be.
Order! Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma?
Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object.
Nope, can't. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Dang it, he got him there. And he can't take his words back.
Well, if you're so desperate, then please, be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences.
Nick, this is crazy. Well?
Still want to go through with your little game?
Yeah, I'm doing it. We're doing it. We're gonna cross-examine that parrot. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so.
Bailiff, bring in the parrot.
And boom, we're just gonna have Polly just chilling out on the stand, and we're just gonna cross-examine this parrot.
That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name. The witness is ignoring me.
It must hurt to be ignored by a bird.
Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please, testify for us.
Time for the cross-examination. Who is your owner?
Hello! Rah!
That's all we got! Time to cross-examine.
Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well. Begin your cross-examination.
Right. What are you going to do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Well, there is a couple things that we can do. We know some code phrases that makes Polly speak, so we could try using that. Hello. Rah. Let's try cross-examining right here on the hello. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right. What do I say? Let's see. Have we forgotten something? What's your name? What's the safe number? Well, let's try have you forgotten something? As I recall, 2 days ago. Polly, have we forgotten something? Rah! Don't forget DL6. Rah! Train the parrot to say that. If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello. Rah! That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot something. We forgot. Hello. Rah! Uh-oh, Nick, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it?
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything? Okay, so let's try actually asking a different question then. So let's go back and re-ask a different question. This time let's ask, what's your name? Because we still haven't gotten the name yet. Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly, what's her name?
Polly, rah! Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity?
Of course it does. Yes, it does.
Huh. Fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us this proof.
Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is, it's actually located here in the DL6 file because, looking inside the file here, we can go here to the case summary, victim data, but we want the suspect data. Court bailiff trapped in the elevator with the Edgeworth. After his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. So, yeah, we do have the evidence there. So, let's present the DL6 case file.
DO6 case file?
That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on, then? Show us, or stop wasting our time.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to this parrot's name?
That would be the suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see?
Indeed it does say that, yes.
What was his fiancée's name?
Polly Jenkins. Polly!
Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her.
I see. I guess that is possible.
Bah, a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé?
She's only 7 years old! And also, we have to remember that he also has a daughter, too, who is, as of this game, 17? So, oh boy?
Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence.
Where am I gonna find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence. Right. But what? Very well.
Witness, you may continue.
All right. Let's get back. Let's go back and ask that last question. All right, Polly, we want you to testify. Testify about what's the safe number. Maybe I'll get her to say the number on that safe. Huh? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what was the number to the safe in the shack?
1228! 1228! My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker.
Actually, it does. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it.
Huh, ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity?
Well, that's obviously inside the case file here because it actually took place on December 28th. So, we can look right here in the case summary. So, good job, me. Let's go ahead and submit.
The DO6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case?
Mr. Wright, where in this file is something related to the safe number?
That would be in the case summary. It's on the case summary page.
The case summary?
Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred.
The date of the incident? December 28th. Why, that's today's date. 15 years ago.
And the number on the safe is 1228.
Ah!
He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important the date was to him.
I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates.
Bah, this is no tangible proof. I set my cards number 20001 because I'm number 1.
I like that's Von Karma's reason about why he actually specifically put that as his pen number, which that made me laugh so hard when I first read that. Okay, I mean, to be fair, he just said it out loud to everyone in the court, so good job. Now everyone knows your pen.
This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing.
That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here.
This is a mere coincidence, that's all.
True, that is a possibility. However, 2 coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me.
What are you saying?
Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately.
All right, caretaker. We got evidence against you now.
Witness, tell us your name.
Wait. This witness, he doesn't remember.
No, it's okay.
Oh, shoot, he's sitting upright.
I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years.
Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court.
Oh man, we got him now. Or he's just confessing.
Order! Order! Yanni Yogi. So was it you who killed Robert Hammond? And tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for this death?
Come on.
Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond. He said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a minute! Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak of this matter. Why don't you ask Miles Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
Well, the trial's over. We beat Yanni.
Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi?
Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession.
Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is
innocent. In this case, at least.
Very well. Would the defendant please take the stand?
All right, Edgeworth, we got you safe from this crisis. We're good now.
There are few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections?
No objections so far. I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything?
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth,
not guilty! And hooray, Edgeworth is innocent of this case. We're all good here. But the DL6 incident is still looming over our heads.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
And while the case may wrap up, we're not done yet.
Did someone just say objection?
It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment.
What do you mean?
I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what?
Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad.
Uh-oh. What do I do? I better raise an objection. The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst.
Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed.
That would be Larry.
We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth.
He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out.
All right. What do you got to say? For 15 years, I have a reoccurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer.
You mean in the incident where your father died?
From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer. The criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. Oh man, Edgeworth, this is a really good twist. We're gonna do 2 cases per in this one trial.
Order, order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this.
Bah! It's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime of 15 years ago.
This is the only thing we can do.
I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned.
Oh, the twists and turns are aplenty right now. Let's get into the court, into at least the court lobby. I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all your effort.
Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad?
I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances.
This is crazy. Just crazy.
Nick, what are you doing?
Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready.
Your case for what?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent.
What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He's confessed that he did it in court.
I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. And it's time for us to jump into the trial. So, next time on Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, we're going to be jumping back to the courtroom and settling the DL6 incident once and for all. I'll see you guys in the next one. Toodles!
Objection!